Well, good morning, Vietnam. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you'd go ahead and type the number 1 in that comments box, I know you can. I'd appreciate it. Nothing worse than talking to myself for the next little bit. Thank you for that. We've got a ton to get through, folks. We're going to jump right in. Hey, man, say hey, how you doing? Keep in mind, everything we look at today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. All right. So as we get going in here, whoa, lots of ones there. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. As we get going here today, folks, make sure that you follow along with the various social platforms that we're on. We put a ton of content on every day, including videos like this. So make sure that you're catching up on everything that we do. There's trade hints, trade ideas, do's and don'ts, things that I do that you shouldn't do or did that you shouldn't do, things that I do that you should do, and so forth. So follow along with the various platforms that we've got in there. We'll have descriptions or links to all of them down in the description below. All right. So with that, it is time to look at the futures. Let me clean TradeStation up a little bit, get rid of the order bar, make everything a little bit bigger. All right. So here we are. Here we at. With the ES, which is the S&P 500. So kind of flat out of the open, little drift down to the lows of the morning, which took us a little early, right about 2 a.m., I guess. So right about the news time of the European market. We moved up back down about 3:30, near the open of the market for the European. We had a tremendous bounce, really nice, strong, directional move. But we've been in this shift again to the downside. When I did Power Hour yesterday, which is a live training we do every Monday. We do it here on YouTube. We do it on our Zoom channel and so forth. And we talked about what was going on in the markets, right? Yesterday, we talked about these trade setups that were happening. And I do a lot of day trades right now versus swing trades because of the whip in the market. Well, what's been happening lately? You see the nice big run that took place here in the morning? And we start giving it back. The market opens and we see big drop off. Yesterday, many of the candidates that we talked about yesterday went the exact opposite direction, right? Why? Because the market had gone up yesterday, kind of throwing everything in the face of COVID. We're going to win anyway, right? So caution as we open up today. We're up right now about 10 points on the S&P, which is not bad. It's a decent move, right? But when you're looking at the short term, you can just see all the down. When we look at the YM, very similar pattern, right? We're up 38 points on the YM, which is the Dow. The NASDAQ, we're up 52 points right now. Let's take a look there. So good, strong move, though, to the downside. I mean, it's been steady to the downside. I'd watch right here to see if it holds off of these lows, which equate to all of these highs. All right, that's why we hesitated right there. So there's on the ES, the RTY. Let's see, good move to the upside and a drop just like everybody else, but we're still up 5.5 points on RUT. Life is good. Bitcoin, very disappointed. Very, 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 very disappointed. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Why? Because I wasn't watching the market at 10 o'clock last night when we got down near 39 grand or so on Bitcoin. I guess we got to a low of 39.5-ish, right? Give or take. So, and then we just skyrocketed from there, right? Back up to 42 and jingle. We're at 41.7 right now, 41.8. So we're up 35 points on Bitcoin. Not a big move for them, but it's a big move from what happened in the overnight session. And then we get Ethereum. So Ethereum came out of the box kind of flat, right? A little bit of move up. And then we got a nice climb. And then we've just been in this rectangle-ish pattern. Very spotty, though, on the move on the futures on Ethereum. Plenty of futures to trade. That's not a problem. Or plenty of Ethereum to trade. That's not a problem. All right, then we go and look at gold. There's gold in them there hills. So we had a high and then a low. We have a lower high now. And now we want to see how we're going to put in a lower low on this, right? It's not looking good. We're still up about 6.5 points on gold right now. But those bars are moving fast. And then we get into crude, which is backed off a little bit, 79 in jingle. But we came out of the gate at around 78. So we're up, a $1 move is $1,000 on a barrel, it's just on a contract. So that's a nice move today for crude oil. Good percentage. It's up about 1.25%. It's up about $1. Right. So overall, not too shabby. Right. I'd have to go and look at it on a daily chart. Say, hey, asks there's significant fib on Bitcoin at the 39,000 level. I'd have to go look further back and do it on the daily analysis. Maybe I'll do that in the overnight and look at it tomorrow. So I'm not spending the time here trying to go through it since we're so darn tight as it is. But I'll take a look and let you know. I just feel that 38, 39 is going to be that support level of where people are going to start buying back, which is what I've been calling for. And we came down, got to 39 in the overnight and just whipped right up from there. So let's go take a look at some trades from yesterday. And what I'm going to ask you guys to do is drop in the trades that you did yesterday. Let's both share. I shared with you yesterday the trades for the day. Now I'm going to go over some of the trades and how they produced. You share with me some of the trades that you did yesterday. Particularly, let me know if you took any of the ones that we laid out from yesterday. All right, so I'm going to pull up yesterday's tracking sheet. And none of the ones that I had, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Telray was one of them that I had marked off with my 3 check marks on there. So I liked Telray's chart a lot. So I was looking at a naked put on Telray. So let me take us over to here. Let's go back to here. Actually, we'll do it right here. We don't need pre-market yet. So this is from yesterday. We got a nice gap up yesterday. I love the pullback that took place in there. Shake out all the looky-loos, right? And got to change the option chain over. It wasn't opened. So I did the 6.5 puts at 16 cents yesterday. So did I have an indication on here? Let's see. I was just saying Delta 20-ish, right? That's all I wrote down. I didn't write anything down as far as price because it had moved too much. We had to take a look at it. So the 6.5s, which we sold for 16, right now are 9 cents. So 8 by 10, mid price of 9, still around a delta of 20. So we're doing good on Telray. No problems there. Right. Next was Zynga. Zynga, if you remember, they were being bought out by TTWO. And we had Zynga down as a buyout. We had it as a diagonal and a naked put. I wasn't crazy on the diagonal, so I just went right for the naked put on it. So the $7.50 put, I got 15 cents for, and right now it's trading at 5. So I can close that position out. We are trading in pennies, so I can go a little bit lower if I want. We're flat today, a little bit, up 2 cents, 3 cents flat. Nothing really happening there. Okay. But that one looked good. And then lastly was Nike. Was a bear call spread. And that was on the 157.5, 160 bear call spread. And I had a note. On Nike, bear call spread above 157. So the premium wasn't huge. It was a $2.50 strike spread. $2.50 strike on the spread, which was the 57.5 60s. So 157.5, 160. We got 20 cents for it yesterday, and right now it's trading at 4. It's trading at 4. I'm sorry, it's trading at 9. I was reading the delta. Sorry. It's trading at 9 cents. We got 20. So it's cut in half. So all three of them from yesterday did awesome. Robert said MDT stopped out. Tesla turned a bear call spread into a profit after buying back the short position. Bear call spread on Facebook. I was able to get out before it cost me. There you go. And Robert said also on the Qs. Excellent. I appreciate you sharing that, Robert. You are doing awesome in your trades. That is great. So let's get that tracking sheet out of the way for now. And let's go take a look at the candidates for today. Excuse me. Ed said, just traded my usual YM and MYM, which is the micros. How'd you do on them, Ed? So let's go and see. I've got everything broken out on the sheet here. Same format as yesterday, where I laid out all of the candidates that were weeklies on the top, all of the ones that are monthly options on the bottom. So let's go ahead and bring up this template. And I need to change it back over to pre-market. Okay. So the first one we're going to look at is Abercrombie, ANF. So Abercrombie, big whipsaw on their sales outlook yesterday, which apparently was good. But they've had a nice move up, and then they kind of rolled back over, which only put them up about 40 cents right now. So I'm not that excited about these guys any longer, unless we can get a bounce, you know, once the market opens. Okay, that was my frustration of the pattern, is what just not crazy about what it's looking like here. All right, so their sales outlook was good, but look at the pattern, guys. I'd needed above, for me to take bullish, I needed above the 34.5. So above 34.5. Right now we're at 32.75. We're up 40 cents. For bearish, long put, I'd want it to retest the 34.5. So you guys see what I'm talking about in here? We're in a bearish bias with our moving averages. If we can get above the 34.5, bounce, retest to the 34.5 and bounce off of it, there's a potential bullish entry. If we want to take a bearish trade, I want to see it move back to the 34.5 and fail. Now, let me see. Do I need Fibbits? That could change things a little bit. 30.88, so the 33.88. So we need a Fibbit in here. So hold on a second. That may change the bearish part a little bit. -136. Where are we? We're at 32. All right. So right now we're at 32.75 in pre-market on Abercrombie. So we really haven't moved much. Again, we were down here. We moved up a little bit, 5 cents above. If we get the fail off that 32.75, I'm going to change that from 34.5, 32.75. That could be a potential bearish opportunity. You could go along with a put option or a bear call spread, and the bear call spread would be above the 32.75. All right, next up is CVS. CVS. So they raised their yearly outlook. They do have weekly options on. They're up $1 right now, just about 1% in price. They're $106 stocks, so we'll be looking at a bull put spread on CVS. I do like CVS as a company. So nice. So we're at 106 right now. So great. 105.5 is support. So bull put spread below 105, or a call, and that'd be a long call with a retest of the 105, right? So I know what I mean when I write it. Here's what I mean when I'm telling you it, right? Let's scrunch that down a little. I'd like to see a move up. We're at 105.71 right now. Get me up 106, 106.5. Run a little bit more. Yeah, 106.5. We've been there before. Fail, and then bounce off the 105.5. If that's the case, then we'll look to take a bullish entry. If we get the run, I probably miss it. Probably. It all depends how much premium I can get on the call options, on the bull put spread. Right? So I do like it. I'm going to put 3 check marks next to CVS. I like it a lot. We just need the pattern. It just has to set up. Next is Itty Bitty Machine, IBM. Woo! They got downgraded by the UBS. By the UBS. I was trying to make a joke and say the USB. By the UBS. By UBS, they got downgraded, IBM. So they're down $4.50 right now. So initial thought is going to be a bear call spread. Let's go look at Itty Bitty Machine's day chart. Okay. So right now they're at 130. So they're already down here. They're at support. They moved through 2 fib lines. Or, well, they moved through 1 fib line. They're sitting at the next. Right? So I'm looking at a bear call spread, but I want to be below on price that 130 level. And then we're going to be looking for strikes above 130. So get me down below that 129.70, retest and oh, wait a second. That's a big E. So yeah, when are earnings on it? The 24th. We're on the 11th. May have a little bit expensive on the options. But if we're looking at a trade, we're looking at bear call spread. We're looking at it for this week. Right? So we'll be okay. Right? So bear call spread is my favorite way of trading this one here. I do like that they got slammed. Right? I'm not an IBM fan. Never have been. As a stock. This company, I guess they're fine. ILMN. Illumina, Mamma Mia. They're up $18.72. This is an earnings trade, right? An earnings trade. They crushed it, obviously. They do have weekly options available on them. So what are they doing in their weekly? So right now we're sitting at 381 exactly. So let's go look at ILMN. So we're at 381. So where are we? We're in an overall bearish bias. Big time bearish bias. Right? And we're at 381, which is just shy of that fib line. Right? Which is our 0 line. So, I mean, their earnings numbers were great. How is their intraday chart? Did they get higher up? No, not really. They're pretty much at the highs. So we're going to worry about bumping our head on yesterday's numbers, which puts us at 383. The very highest high yesterday was 389.72 for the very highest high. So we've got a little bit of room to run from there. So what I want to see is price above 383 and strikes below 383 for a bull put spread. All right. Let's see. So extra touch, you put down Zanga 10%. Oh, never mind. I got 10% premium on the diagonal. Okay, so you did well. You did well. I think I just caught it a little bit late. Ed said he picked up $800 yesterday. Great job, Ed. Great job. Gotta love it, right? Where else can you do that? Sitting at home in your PJs if you want to. Right? I used to say you could stay home and not brush your teeth, not comb your hair, not get dressed, and make more money than the CEO of some of these major companies out there. Good. Ed said, currently taking covered call class, trying to expand my investing into other things. Enjoying the class, and we'll be taking the Wheel of Fortune soon. Yeah, we'll be trading the Wheel of Fortune soon. It's a great strategy, Ed, which is why we look at naked puts here. It is our first foray into the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so ILMN, check. We're good. Let's go look at Juniper. So Juniper had a nice move up, $1.69, $1.69, 4%, almost 5% up for the day. Really nice. It's in naked put range. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right now we're sitting at 36.20. So, did we get above the highs there? Let's see. Oh, would be the one before. We did. We had our highs sitting right there, and we're at 36.20. Good. So I am looking at, I'm going to look at a bull put spread. Oh, hold on a second. Now we're going to look at a naked put. Let's see if we can get any premium for it. Now it's going to be, we got to make an adjustment for strikes. Single. Okay. So the stock right now is at 36. We're looking at probably the 35s. So the 35s as of yesterday were 73 cents. Today we're probably looking at 20 cents because of how much it's moved, right? So, and again, I'll take 20 cents. So we're looking at a naked put below 135, right? So, I mean, 35. So 35 or below is what I'm looking at there, right? The spread on it is probably not going to give us much premium, but you could also look at a bull put spread using the same numbers at 35, right? So I like it. I'm going to put a couple of check marks next to it. And last one is Riven, RIVN. Last one that is weekly options is Riven. They're down $2.44. The chief operating officer, COO, is leaving the company. So apparently it wasn't good, right? I don't know if this is an abandoned ship type thing happening or what. Because I think someone else, I thought I heard someone else had left. Not today, but previous day. So RIVN, let's see. Let me put that over here for now. All right, TradeStation just decided we could disconnect. Let's look here. Yeah, it's just been ugly for Riven. Right now they're at 70, we'll call it $79. So they're just above that fib. If I can get below that 78.38, fall below, retest and drop, then I'll be looking at a bear call spread. So let's go into a vertical. I said, so it'd be 79. So bear call spread, I would need, oh boy. So we got really big strikes up here. I guess we're going to have to go to 80.81. So as of yesterday, we can get 50 cents for 80.81. We're probably looking at more like 40 cents today for it. But man, all right, we're getting a couple of check marks on that one. We're looking at a bear call spread above, I think we said 79, right? Let me just get it. Yeah, above 79, right? So definitely, I like them. They get a couple of check marks next to it. All right, we got a few that are not weekly options. So let's go take a look at those. Guys, go ahead and at this point, drop in the candidates that you want me to take a look at. What stocks do you want me to take a look? Before the market gets going here today, we're here. We've got a few extra minutes. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so drop them in. So ACCD is an earnings trade, monthly options only. Did TradeStation not connect again? No? Okay, we're good. That's them, ACCD. All right, so we're up $2.40, monthly options on this. So I would be looking at a naked put. Remember, it's one of my last choices. That's why they're at the bottom, right? These are stocks that I am not jumping right to. They'll be kind of the, well, is there anything there? Now I can get 10 days. I can get sell a put for, so that's not too bad. All right. So there we have that one. ACI is the next one. ACI has been all over the place. Big whip up, big whip down. It was on earnings. They're recovering again now. They're only down 50 cents. Not my favorite of the candidates. I don't like to see that kind of move in there. I'm probably going to pass on this one. Not really excited about it. It was on the end of my list anyway. So why would I want to fool around with it? For Big Lots, they've seen less store traffic because of COVID, as everybody has, I'm sure. I think the Amazons of the world, the home delivery stuff is getting big push all over again. Although Amazon never stops, at least not in this house, it doesn't. I looked, we do about 90 orders every 3 months from Amazon. Between myself and my wife, my daughter, both my daughters, one lives here, one lives in her own house. All of us, we do about 90 orders. So about 30 orders a month or 1 order a day. So, and a lot of that is me. Just, I don't remember to get everything at once. So I place an order. We've got Prime. I don't care. I hit it off. And oh yeah, I forgot this. And oh, let me get that. So let's start traffic because of COVID. We're going to be looking at a bear call spread. But again, it is a monthly option. So I'm not super excited about it. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at some candidates. So Sean had put in SPY. So on SPY, we got a little recovery there yesterday. If I could see a bounce today, this would be an opportunity to start adding to not only SPY, but QQQ. They said intraday yesterday, QQQ got in a 10% correction range. So that's wonderful, right? That's great. So that's what we look for, those kinds of pullbacks. So if we can get another small bounce today and it looks strong enough, I may add to my Qs and my SPY position. But if you're looking at short term, we got to get above the 466 level and about 470. About 469, 470 is going to be resistance. So that's what we want to target. And that's going to be your 8 and 21 moving average, Sean. Let's see. Ed is asking for DISCA. DISCA. Man, what a move. Holy mackerel. Didn't we have this on Cover Call Explorer over the weekend? I didn't take anything on it. And I mean, that was a huge move up. Yeah, we need a pullback there, Ed. I'd be okay with the pullback and somewhere off of this cluster that we hit here of these highs. But somewhere in that area we need to pull back to, preferably off of the wicks. Right? So get above, retest it, and bounce, and there's the entry. Right, Roman, morning, sir. Nvidia. Oh, we're going to do pop today, right? Well, let's see. So on Nvidia, we had down as bearish. I just want to check earnings. We weren't worried about earnings. They were on the 16th. We had a bearish, and we had it for day trade. So nice setups there, Roman, right? I mean, here we are sitting at that 274.38. Where is it at right now? So we're down 45 cents. Okay. It's certainly not something that's exciting me. If we can kind of push up, maybe get above that 275 level and fail, retest it and drop, 259.5, Roman, is support. So, and we were there yesterday. So not like we can't get there. All right. So I hope that helped. You're welcome, Ed. And then Robert's asking for Facebook. Okay, on a Facebook, we got earnings coming up on Facebook, so be cautious of that. Were they confirmed? Confirmed for February 2nd. All right? So we're still off here, but confirmed on Earnings Whisper for the 2nd. So where are we, Robert? Let's go take a look. Okay. No S needed. Just Facebook. So we're down 50 cents right now in pre-market. 327. Yeah, we're nowhere. We don't need Fibbits, do we? 17. Nope, we don't. We don't. So, Robert, I got nothing unless we can make it back to the 317 and bounce or fail. But we got to get back to one of the key levels. For me, I'm not interested unless I can find a pivot point to trade something off of intraday. I would kind of step back on this one and just watch. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. All right. Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you want to get into our live training that we're doing this week. We've got a couple of them coming up. Like, wait, Rob, that's not what you say. I know. I'm just busting chops. 30 days away, 30 days to success, to trading success. I have been working on the material for this all morning, just making slight tweaks. I've been going since 5 a.m. this morning on this manual. I just couldn't sleep. I had some ideas in my head. I got up and made the adjustments and the changes. We're already over, I think, 70 pages on the manual. So you definitely want to be at this live training. Guys, I went back to my mentor, Vaskin, and the things that he did for me and the things he said to me, which were things like he would break my fingers if I did the things I wasn't supposed to do, if I didn't follow his rules. And how you like that for a rule, Roman? Break the rules, I break your fingers. And the reason he said fingers and not your neck is because you're using your fingers on the keyboard, right? So I'm going to break your fingers so you don't do it again. And I went back to some of the stuff that I learned from him and what the difference that made in my life, in my trading, and I've incorporated all that in here. So make sure that you go ahead and register for this, folks. And yes, you are truly one trade away. Let 30 days to trading success help get you over that hump. All right, have a great one, and I will see you mañana at our next update. All right, bye for now.